China's largest e-commerce platform is a title that belongs to Alibaba. The company was founded in 1999, almost 5 years after Jeff Bezos founded Amazon. So how come Alibaba has now surpassed Amazon despite it not having the first mover advantage? Amazon decided to spend a lot of money, billions of dollars to be specific, to set up special places called fulfillment centers in China. These centers were supposed to help get products to customers quickly and efficiently. Amazon also built its own delivery infrastructure, which means it set up its own system for delivering packages to people from the ground up. However, this big investment didn't work out as well as they had hoped. In China, their local competitors, especially the big players like Alibaba, had a different strategy. Instead of doing everything themselves, they worked with smaller sellers who could handle many orders. The local giants then connected these sellers with small delivery companies to get things to customers fast. So while Amazon spent a lot of money to do things independently, the local competition in China found a better, cheaper way. These local players focused on teamwork with smaller vendors and delivery firms, which made them more successful in handling many orders efficiently. Alibaba is doing better than Amazon because they have a different way of doing business. Amazon is like an online version of Walmart, focusing on selling a lot at low prices. But Alibaba is more about helping regular people start their own online shops and sell new things. This helps many people become entrepreneurs, making money and improving their lives. This works well in China, where many people use the internet, and Alibaba's approach fits the big market there. Unlike Amazon, Alibaba doesn't charge fees for putting things up for sale, and they do not need big warehouses to store products. This makes it easier for other companies to copy Alibaba's way of doing things, especially in China, where new companies are always entering the internet market and making things competitive. In China, when people want to shop online, they love the idea of affordable or free shipping. Alibaba was clever about this. They made shipping either cheap or completely free for customers. On the other hand, Amazon took a different approach. If you wanted free shipping, you had to hit minimums of 59 yuan to 200 yuan, which is about $9 to $30, depending on whether the item was Prime eligible. This became a bit of an issue because Chinese shoppers really prefer not having to spend too much money to get their items delivered. Because of this, not many people in China embraced Amazon. They stuck with Alibaba because they didn't need to spend a lot there to have their items delivered. The hassle-free and cost-effective shipping options on Alibaba made it more appealing to Chinese shoppers. Chinese consumers have a strong preference for buying from local companies. They are accustomed to shopping with local businesses that provide swift and cost-effective delivery, even overnight delivery, for those in the same area. As an international company, Amazon took a different approach by offering products from all over the world to Chinese shoppers, emphasizing goods from other countries. However, this diverged from what Chinese consumers were used to. They preferred shopping on platforms like Alibaba's Tmall and Taobao, which focused on local products and ensured speedy delivery. Moreover, Amazon faced criticism for not adapting its online platform to align with the preferences of Chinese consumers. The user interface lacked the vibrant and colorful design favored by Chinese users on platforms like Alibaba, and this contributed to Amazon's struggle to resonate with the local audience. Amazon wasn't as popular in China as local stars like Alibaba. Studies show that only 6% of people who buy things online in China chose Amazon. That's a small group compared to many who prefer Alibaba and JD.com, the big bosses of online shopping in the country. Think of Amazon as the new kid in class who didn't get as popular as the ones everyone already knew. With just 6%, Amazon was a really small player in China's big online shopping game. Amazon wasn't the only foreign company facing difficulties in China. Big names like eBay, Walmart, and even Google had similar problems and eventually chose to exit the Chinese market. This shows us that the challenges weren't unique to Amazon. There were broader issues for companies from outside China in this highly competitive environment. eBay, another online marketplace similar to Amazon, decided to leave China in 2006 after struggling for several years to attract Chinese customers. Walmart, the huge international retail giant, joined forces with JD.com. Google, the well-known search engine, also had to exit China in 2010 because it couldn't keep up with local competitor Baidu. Amazon faced difficulties when it came to taking full advantage of big shopping events in China, like Singles' Day, which is a really huge shopping day similar to Black Friday in the United States. During these events, many people in China go online to buy many things. and there are big promotions and price wars among different companies to attract customers. However, Amazon couldn't fully join in on the excitement. Unlike some local competitors, Amazon struggled to get deeply involved in these events. It didn't participate as effectively in the massive promotions and price battles, which are a big deal during these special shopping days. This meant that Amazon missed out on some opportunities to attract more customers and compete well with other companies during these important shopping moments in China. Alibaba got ahead by having a really successful way for people to pay for things online called Alipay. Chinese customers liked using Alipay because it was convenient and worked well. However, Amazon didn't have a similar successful payment system ready in China. They hadn't introduced their own way for people to pay easily and quickly. This became a problem for Amazon because many Chinese shoppers prefer using local payment systems like Alipay. And so, Amazon struggled not only to keep up, but also to compete effectively in the Chinese market. Like many other websites, Amazon had a tough time dealing with one key problem: fake or counterfeit goods being sold on its Chinese website. You see, when people buy things online, they want to be sure they get a genuine product, not something fake. So when fake goods appeared on Amazon's website in China, customers became worried and less trusting. If people can't trust that they're getting the real thing, they ultimately stop buying from that platform. This fake product issue affected customers' trust in Amazon's platform, making it harder for the company to keep its Chinese customers happy and satisfied. Are you enjoying the video? We've barely scratched the surface, so like and subscribe. Besides failing to penetrate the Chinese market, Amazon also faces another problem in its business model. Amazon's way of doing business and making money is like a puzzle. They have this unique plan that mixes two things: selling their own stuff directly and letting others sell their stuff on Amazon. This plan has helped Amazon succeed in online shopping, but on the other hand, it's made calculating the money they make tricky. Here's the deal. Amazon sells some things directly, like their Alexa gadgets, Fire TV, and Amazon basic items. When they sell these things, they get all the money from the sale and count it as their revenue. But there's another part to Amazon's business. Most of the stuff you buy on Amazon actually comes from other people or companies who use Amazon as a big store to sell their products. Amazon only takes part of the money from these sales as their revenue. They deduct a small piece for themselves, called a commission, and some money for shipping, but they don't pocket the full price you paid for the item. It's like if you helped your friends sell their toys and only got a little money from it. Now, this causes a problem. Looking at all the money Amazon sellers make in a year, it's a huge number, around $460 billion. But when you look at the net sales revenue Amazon collected worldwide in 2022, it's only slightly higher at $514 billion. Without going into the specifics of operating expenses, it means Amazon collected only about $54 billion because they're not getting all the money from the sales, just the part they get to keep. This difference between the big and smaller numbers shows how complicated Amazon's money system is. They depend a lot on other people selling stuff on their platform, and how they count the money can make things seem confusing. Those other sellers who use Amazon to reach customers are a really important part of how Amazon works. However, how Amazon counts the money from their sales affects how these sellers set their prices. Amazon charges them a 15% fee plus shipping costs. So the sellers must consider these fees when deciding how much to charge for their items. This way of counting money also makes it tough for Amazon to make much profit in the short term. Even though people spend a lot of money on the platform, Amazon only gets a part of it, and they have to deal with other costs like shipping. So while they're making a lot of sales, it's not as simple as making a lot of money right away. As mentioned, Amazon's success is closely tied to working with other sellers, but this brings some difficulties, especially when it comes to controlling prices and making enough profit. While teaming up with other sellers helps offer a wide range of products and attract many customers, it also makes it tricky for Amazon to keep prices steady and make as much money as they want. These sellers, ranging from regular people to big businesses, add all sorts of products to Amazon's website, which makes shopping more interesting. The challenge here is that all these sellers have their own operating costs, ways of deciding prices, and ways of competing with others. This makes it difficult for Amazon to ensure prices stay the same for similar items. Amazon built its online store to encourage fair competition among sellers. This means sellers get to choose how much they sell their stuff for. While this makes things exciting for shoppers, it's tough for Amazon to keep prices consistent, and not having strict control over what sellers charge for their products has undoubtedly affected Amazon's success. If sellers decide to lower prices or get into price battles with each other, Amazon doesn't make as much money on those items. This is a bigger deal in markets where sellers are willing to make less profit just to beat their rivals. Another issue is that Amazon finds it hard to make sure sellers play by the rules when it comes to pricing. Even though Amazon has rules to stop sellers from charging too much or playing games with prices, it's a tough job to make sure all the diverse sellers follow these rules. The company really cares about making customers happy, and they want to offer the best prices. However, because sellers set their own prices, it can sometimes mean prices on Amazon differ from those on other online stores. This might make customers think twice about the value they're getting. To tackle these problems, Amazon spends a lot of money on technology and fancy computer programs. These tools monitor prices and look out for sellers who break the rules. However, with so many sellers in such a big marketplace, it's an ongoing challenge for Amazon to ensure sellers can set prices while keeping things fair and competitive. As mentioned earlier, Amazon is always trying to improve things for customers, spending a lot of money on new ideas and improving their systems. In 2019, Amazon's cash capital expenditures amounted to $12.7 billion. Fast forward to 2021, and this figure has surged to $55.4 billion. Notably, in the following year, 2022, Amazon's spending reached an even higher point of $58.3 billion, thanks to the substantial financial investments Amazon has made in expanding and enhancing its operational infrastructure. While this has helped Amazon become a huge online store, it also means they are spending a lot, which affects how much money they make in the short term. Amazon's investments cover many things, like adopting advanced technology to make their website super cool and easy to use. They use cutting-edge algorithms and machine learning to suggest products you might like, making shopping easier and giving each customer a personalized experience. They're also into making their own shows and movies like with Amazon Prime Video. This is not just to join the streaming trend, but also to make their Prime membership even more attractive. Making unique content costs a lot, with expenses for creating, buying, and licensing shows and movies adding up and affecting Amazon's overall expenses. Building a strong delivery system is another big focus for Amazon. They have set up many fulfillment centers, distribution hubs, and last-mile delivery options to ensure they can quickly deliver packages. This is particularly important for Prime members who expect fast delivery. However, all these cool delivery setups cost money, and you can see it in Amazon's operating expenses. To understand why Amazon does this, it helps to look at how they've always done business, both under the leadership of Jeff Bezos and now with Andy Jassy. Amazon has consistently chosen to invest in the long term, even if it means they might not make a lot of money right away. This is summed up in Bezos saying they're willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time as they make big investments. Fulfillment costs are a big deal for Amazon, making up about 20% of the revenue. This term includes all the expenses for getting your order from a warehouse to your doorstep. Amazon has put a lot of money into building a vast network of fulfillment centers, maintaining them, and hiring staff to run them. The last mile of delivery, the part from the local center to your home, is also a big challenge for Amazon. They want to deliver things really fast, especially for Prime members, so they need efficient last mile delivery solutions. Using advanced tech and automation in their fulfillment centers helps make things run smoothly, but it also costs a lot to set up and keep running. Meeting customers' expectations for fast and reliable delivery means Amazon has to keep investing in technology, hiring people, and managing logistics. With their huge catalog of products covering all sorts of categories, they need flexible systems to handle different types of products and make sure everything gets delivered on time. Even though these investments help Amazon grow and stay competitive, they put a squeeze on their short-term profits. Spending big on technology, content, and delivery systems means their expenses are high compared to how much money they actually bring in. So the Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, has accused Amazon of hurting competition in online shopping, claiming the company's actions are anti-competitive. Amazon strongly denies these accusations, setting the stage for a lengthy legal battle. The FTC alleges that Amazon's practices limit choices for consumers and sellers, hindering fair competition and innovation. A major concern in the FTC's case is Amazon's fees for third-party sellers on its platform. The FTC argues that the fees, including a 15% commission and extra charges for Amazon's delivery services, are too high and create an unfair competitive environment. While shipping costs are acknowledged as a factor, the overall impact is seen as potentially harmful to fair competition. The FTC also raises issues with Amazon's advertising practices, claiming the company operates a pay-to-win system. According to the FTC, sellers are pushed to spend money on advertising to get better placement in search results, putting those with smaller budgets at a disadvantage. Another point of contention is Amazon's historical lowest price policy. Even though Amazon officially dropped this policy in 2019, the FTC argues that its influence continues, pressuring sellers to stick to Amazon's pricing structures, potentially hindering fair pricing and market dynamics. The FTC's final concern revolves around Amazon's requirement for sellers to use its fulfillment service to qualify for Amazon's Prime free delivery service. The FTC sees this as an unfair burden on sellers who might prefer other fulfillment services, limiting their opportunities. In response, Amazon strongly denied any wrongdoing, emphasizing its commitment to fair competition. The company argues that its fees reflect the cost of running a comprehensive e-commerce platform, including fulfillment services and advertising. Amazon contends that its practices are industry standard and contribute to its marketplace lively and competitive nature. The legal battle is expected to be lengthy, involving complex antitrust arguments and extensive legal processes. It will likely take several years before final judgment is made. Throughout this period, Amazon will continue its operations while facing ongoing scrutiny over its market practices. Considering Alibaba's success in China and Amazon's current woes, is Alibaba on a course to becoming the world-dominant e-commerce platform? Let us know in the comments. If you want to see more in-depth content, subscribe and watch our other videos.